focusing on playing free in the next set and not getting frustrated or not getting worked up over a tip that falls. We're just going to focus on ourselves and bettering our play and our rules. And I think that's why we won the next, because we were just focused and playing more free than we played in the first.
Bama earlier in the season. What changed going into this match than compared to when we played in October? How did you guys play them differently?
I just think defensively we were really locked in on our plan. And like Coach Sarah said, we just didn't execute offensively on the backside of that. But we knew their game plan well, and they do what they do at a very high level. But I think no matter who we would have played today, obviously this match holds a lot of weight. So we were prepared for battle no matter who was on the other side of the net. And unfortunately, we just fell short today.
Sarah, kind of a two-part question. Just overall, what is your synopsis of first year coaching here at South Carolina? And then for you personally, being a former SEC player, the tournament stopped right when you got in. So what does having this tournament return mean to you, what it means to the sport, what it means for the SEC?
Yeah, you know, I think our journey together as a team through the course of the season is an interesting one, and it's different than any other SEC schools, and we've talked about that our whole season as a team. Taking the job in April is pretty late in the coaching cycle of getting time together with a team, and I had 3 weeks with the 8 returners that we had in the spring. And, you know, we really in those moments just talked about what are we going to be about? What's our culture going to be? We didn't have a full real unit to even be figuring out offensive systems and defensive systems. It was what's the manner in which we're going to approach every day? What's the culture that we're going to be about? 3 weeks with them. And then we added 10 new players. And then we have 3 weeks starting in August, and then we're playing our first match. And so, you know, I think that year one, as I unpack it's honestly been really enjoyable. And as a competitor, that's really hard to say because you obviously want to win a lot of games and you want that win-loss record to be filled up. But, you know, I'm really thankful and proud of our senior class, of our returners that were here when we came together in those first 3 weeks of just staying true to the things that I was asking of them. It's not human nature for athletes, for people to just buy in pretty quickly. And this group bought in and they did everything that I've asked this season. And I think as a coach, that makes me really proud. And I think that it also speaks incredibly highly of the character of the athletes that I have in my program, of the character of the senior class. Because if they don't buy in, we're not able to go play hard in every match. You know, unpacking it, we played hard in every match through almost every point of the season. And we could have wavered in moments, and we could have had moments where we bailed as a team. But this team just doesn't have that in their character. They're going to fight. And we've had some really fun signature wins along the way. And, you know, I think that as a program, the things that we talked about was what's our culture going to be and is our execution going to be high enough for us to get the result? And I think we can look in the mirror at the end of it and say, hey, we gave everything we had over here culturally and we poured our heart and soul into it, but we didn't execute at a high enough level. And that sucks because we want to win and we're competitors and we want to find ways to win matches. But okay, they were better than us today. Like we can look at the mirror and we can say kudos to you. So it's been an enjoyable season to me because my team has been bought in. And I'm going to have fond memories. I think the senior class laid an amazing foundation for just a new leader taking over South Carolina volleyball. And they're a group that we're going to be talking about the Emily Beaker effect with for a long time of who she is and what she brought to our team. And this group's going to forever feel the competitive drive that she's brought to our group. We're going to be talking about the Sarah Jordan effect for a long time of the joy and the manner in which she approaches every day. And our team has felt that, and they have left their mark on this program. And I'm so thankful that I got to do it with the 4 of our seniors. It's meant a lot to me. And so it's been enjoyable, which is crazy to say sitting here at the end of it. But in terms of SEC tournament, what a cool opportunity for our athletes and for all the athletes in the SEC. I mean, I think that, you know, they see people in their back at South Carolina from other sports that go to the tournament and there's all this hype and they see everything that goes on. I think it's just so unique for us to be able to experience that collectively as a group. Savannah's done a great job of hosting it, and it's exciting. Teams can get hot and teams can go on a run, and it's survive and advance. And I think from being an SEC athlete myself, it would have been really fun to have the energy of this, of all the student athletes in the SEC being in the same place and battling it out. And so I think it's going to grow our sport. I think it's helping our sport holistically and collectively. Just being able to have the hype of being the first P4 conference to kind of bring back a tournament. And so it means a lot. I love the SEC. I'm glad that they've brought this event back. And it's going to be exciting to be in it year in and year out.
Anything else? Thank you, ladies.
Thank you.
Thank you.